For a blind hem, we want to use the mode selection button to move it from direct to patterns, and then select stitch number 01. That's the traditional blind hem, and 02 is the stretch blind hem. Now you notice it tells me to put foot 3 on. That's the one that is kind of got a white part that's adjustable with this red guide. So to fold for a blind hem, you want to go ahead and fold up your fabric, maybe with an inch or so hem in there, and then you fold back. What your goal is to take a little tiny bite into this fold, stitch to stitch, and then a little bite. And that makes it look like you've done it by hand, because you'll just have a little bit of thread showing to this side. Now remember, this guide is adjustable, so when you adjust it, what you're looking for is that when the needle actually swings to the left, that it catches just a little bit of this fold. Now keep in mind, here's a tip, that this stitch, the needle starts on the right. So go ahead and you can just sink the needle down, sink the needle up, and you'll notice the needle swings over to the left side. Once I go ahead and move this over, lift up your presser foot and move the needle so it's just barely hovering above the fold you want it to catch. When you sink that down, then adjust this guide to be right next to the fold. And I've already kind of made sure that I was right where I need to be. And I can just stitch all the way down, just barely catching the fold of my fabric as I go. Let's see how it looks. So when we're done, you can just go ahead and take a look. So what you're looking for is just a little tiny tick mark. Now, if you want that to be smaller, you can use finer thread. Well, of course, you'd match your thread, number one. You wouldn't even see this. But if you use finer thread or a smaller needle, or just adjust it a little bit closer to the edge of that fold, so you're just catching a little bit less, the goal is that it's consistent. And you can do a blind hem in seconds instead of, well, minutes, maybe an hour if you'd had to do it by hand. So it's all in how you fold the fabric, and once you get the foot set up with the guide adjusted next to that fold, all you have to do is sew.